when you're not here. I'm not the same. I'm needing a new chapter, babe. Been stuck here in a bed for days. I've been staring at the telephone, cause when you're gone, I miss your face.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Shayla. If this is your first time here. So in today's video, which I feel like no one's even filming videos anymore. I was looking at YouTube earlier and I was like, where are all the makeup videos? I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys can tell me. I don't know. But in today's video, we're going to be filming, well, I'm going to be filming and showing you guys my Valentine's Day look. It's Valentine's Day weekend and I just haven't got glammed in like a week with y'all. Okay, so we're going to play with, you know, my new foundation with Morphe and a new palette that I really like. And we're just going to chill, you know, do some makeup, have some fun. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, why do I have these earrings on? My hair, you guys, is at Kiva Hair. You guys know Kiva does my hair. She hooks it up. I gotta take these out because they're just the sound of them like getting on my nerves. All right, let's start. All right, so I'm gonna start with Makeup Forever Primer. I am gonna use two primers. You definitely don't need to do this, but I do like to use one for discoloration around my mouth. Ooh, skin's kind of coming through. Oh, this is one, the pore minimizer I'm using around my nose. The key to good skin is a balanced diet, lots of water. I feel like my skin, and I just kind of threw this out there, but I feel like my skin's improved a lot the past couple years. Like it's just more balanced because my diet's really balanced and I cut down on sugar. So I used to think cheese made me break out. No, sugar, okay. All right, so I didn't even grab my brushes. Okay, so this is Grayness Reducer from Makeup Forever. I love putting this around my mouth because I do have discoloration. I'm just moving stuff around. And it's like discoloration that you only see when I have makeup on and take a picture. Like I feel like in real life, you can't really tell, but you know, that's why we color correct. You can just put this directly on the face like this. If you don't wanna do this, you know, put it on a petri dish. I feel like nowadays people are so like crazy. Like you say something and people be like, yo, you shouldn't do that. Like, okay. You guys know what I mean? Like just hypersensitive about everything. Like if you do something different from how they do it, they're like, yeah, you're not supposed to do it like that. Whoa. So yeah, you should look like you just made out with someone who maybe has orange lipstick on. I don't know. Okay, Morphe Filter Effect shade 26. And I'm gonna use the Morphe brush. Let's see, E63. I always use a little petri dish. That's just what I like to do, but you could definitely like put it on the back of your hand. Whatever is easier for you. I don't like having a lot of makeup on my hand because I'm clumsy and it'll go from my hand to my shirt and ain't nobody got time for all that. So I'm just using the brush to apply this. And you can even blend it in with this, but I just like using a sponge. So you just apply a thin layer. I'm gonna add a little bit more here, all over the face. I'm all thin layer and it's like hella thick. All right, and then I'm gonna grab my Morphe brush, sponge, which I think this comes out on the 16th when the foundation launches at Morphe.com, because a couple people were like, I don't see the sponge, so I think that's what's going on. You guys are giving me like the best feedback when it comes to this foundation. Like everyone's loving it. It really does work for all skin types. It's so freaking good. I don't really steer you guys wrong when it comes to foundation. Like I'm a pretty good judge of foundation character, okay? All right, this is Morphe 3.55 concealer. Always put it on the side of the nose underneath. And this should be like, maybe like 2 shades lighter than your skin. As long as it doesn't look like white, you know, against your skin, you're fine. Because that means it's just probably too light. I used to do that back in the day. You guys remember, I used to put like really light concealer on, really dark contour. Ooh, I've glowed up since then, you guys. Blend her in. And I'm just like patting it into the skin. And then the side of the nose. So, have you guys been watching Housewives? You guys know I love my Housewives tea. I'm kind of like surprised at Salt Lake City because Salt Lake City just kind of gave me everything I needed, you know? Atlanta is kind of like, I'm not into it yet. I don't know why, it's just not maybe it just seems forced, or it just, I think maybe Nene needs to be on there, I don't know. But Salt Lake City is just giving me everything I need, like fashion, okay, the looks, the drama, the craziness, everything. So you see I leave like a little bit of my natural, it's hard to look in this monitor, my natural skin right here to create like that contoured look. We are zooming through this. This is how I do my makeup, you guys. This is why I do my makeup so fast in real life, because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, all right, Morphe M554 brush with Pro Filter Fenty 345. I use 2 different powder foundations. Definitely don't have to do that, but I love makeup. And you know, I want to look like a professional glammed me, so I do use a little bit more products. Whenever I've seen like a professional makeup artist do makeup, like you guys know Makeup by Ariel, you know, they use a lot of different products, and it kind of does make a difference. When you're in a rush, you could, you know, just use one, but it makes a difference. So I'm using this to just set my concealer so it doesn't look like wet or glossy or creamy. So that was a lighter shade. Now I'm gonna go in with Fenty 385 with like a powder brush. This is Morphe E65, and I'm just gonna kind of blot my skin. So anywhere I didn't put that lighter powder, I'm just gonna use this to set the makeup. The Morphe Filter Effect foundation is a natural finish. Natural, not natural matte, not dewy, just natural. So I like to add powder so it looks a little bit more on the matte side because I do have combination skin. All right, now I'm gonna use banana powder from Morphe. So good, like, where have I been? Okay, let's do a little wedding update. Les and I are planning a wedding, okay? I'm not gonna tell you guys a date because, I don't know, some things just keep private. You guys will know once it happens though, you will know. But yeah, planning a wedding during a pandemic is, I don't wanna say terrifying, because I'm not terrified, it's just scary, you know? Because part of you is like, should I be planning a wedding during a pandemic? Second part of you is like, okay, this is the world we live in and it's gonna be like this for years, so do we just move forward with our life and adjust? You know, because people will criticize you for having a wedding during a pandemic, honey. A little trick that I like to do, make sure it's even, is just wipe off the sides of my nose so the bake is even. So I'll wipe off the sides and have it go right into the brow. So you could even use the brow as a guide. So you come up from the nose to the brow or from the brow down to the nose. And then wipe off the little tip right there. Wipe off the tip. Let's get into these brows. KVD Brow Pomade in light brown. I go really light because I have a lot of brow hair. And the darker the color, the more it kind of oxidizes with the oils in my hair, and it makes my brows really dark. So I like to go lighter. Plus I think a lighter brow is just a vibe. I say this in like every video. No one wants angry brows, okay? Definitely not an angry unibrow, because that's what I got. So you guys can see I like to leave this part kind of light. So what I do is I just draw little lines up. So it looks filled in, but it's filled in the same direction that my hair grows, so it looks more natural. I just love a pomade. Like, what do you guys like to fill in your brows? Do you like a pencil, a powder, pomade? Tell me in the comments. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the same concealer I used under my eyes, and I'm just gonna conceal my lid. So I'm just applying it, and then I'm gonna use a flat brush to kind of spread the product and then clean up under the brow so it looks like just perfect, smooth. All right, let's get into this eye look. I want to use this palette from Vanessa. She collaborated with Juvias Place, and it's just a really pretty palette. You can see these two are very on theme for Valentine's Day, so I was like, let's do it. And I think I'm gonna put the orange and the pink in the crease, because why not? It's Valentine's Day. Okay, so this is the orange shade, going back and forth, and I'm using the Morphe M504 brush. It's kind of like a bigger, thicker crease brush. Ooh, I just love warmth in the crease. You guys know this. So I'm gonna now go in with this shade. I don't know how to pronounce it. A-K-U-A. See, I just don't even like attempting to pronounce things because I'm just so bad. So bad. So I'm just layering this on top. These two colors are just gonna mix so well in the crease together, which is why I'm layering them. Look at that. So you can see it's making the crease look more of, you know, a pinkish shade, but you can still see hints of orange, which we love. The eyes aren't even done, but those two colors in the crease. Okay, so I want the outer crease to be darker than the shade that's here. Like, I feel like this might not be dark enough. What should we do? So I don't want to add it, and then I'm like, okay, let me add another color, and you guys are like, dang, another color. You know, we're gonna switch it up, okay? We're gonna switch it up. This is the Morphe 35G. I know I'm using a lot of Morphe products, but price, okay? During a pandemic, it's right. Okay, we're in a whole panoramic, okay? We can't be spending hella money on makeup. So I'm just tapping this in the outer corner here. And if you're afraid or intimidated when it comes to black eyeshadow, you could use like a dark plum or pretty much any shade. So I'm just gonna press this in the crease. I need to switch my brush because this isn't it. This isn't the right brush. I'm gonna grab more of like a blending brush because that's what I should be using. All right, here we go. This is a Sigma E25 brush. And I'm just gonna kind of press this in the crease, just like in the shape you want it before you get like a fluffier brush to blend it out. All right, let's blend her out. So I'm using that same fluffy brush I used earlier. I didn't add any black to this, and I'm just blending. If I would have added black, it probably would have taken like the darkness up a little bit. And yeah, ain't nobody got time for all that. This is actually darker than what I was planning to do. But I was like, let's just add black. All right, now I'm gonna grab my Danessa Myricks Venus foil, and I'm gonna use this as a base and just put this all over the lid. So this is gonna make the eyeshadow pop. And yes, you can definitely wear this by itself, but I just decided to wear it as a base because the shadow kind of looks like this color. All right, now I'm gonna grab Extra, this one from the palette. I'm gonna use my finger to apply it because, I don't know, it just catches onto my finger a little bit better, and just press it on. Ooh. It's an iridescent, similar to the base. Pretty, almost looks the same, huh? It's pretty though, it's cute. All right, so the same black that I put in the crease, I'm gonna apply with an angled brush under the lash line. I'm gonna make it like a little bit thicker over here so it kind of blends in with the crease, like meets up with that crease there. And you could definitely do black liner with this, maybe. Usually I do liner first, but yeah, I just kind of jumped into this. All right, I'm gonna line. I'm gonna line after all. This is Victoria Beckham's black liner. I love her liners, they're so good. They're really intense, like a lot of pigment. You could even do like a Bordeaux color, but we're just taking it there, okay? All right, now I'm gonna line with Melt Onyx Cream Liner. I love how intense and just dark black this liner is. I may wing it. Yeah, maybe we'll wing it. But I always like to make my liner a little thicker on the outside and then thinner as it gets closer to the inside of my eye. Kind of creates like a cat eye effect. See how dark that is? A lot of brands don't make dark liner. You'd be surprised. I kind of like it just thick right here, so I'm gonna dip this little pointy bullet brush into the black shadow, tap off the excess, and just use this to kind of set and blend the liner so it doesn't look like it just stops. So just blend it into the shadow. See that? Sometimes blending is as simple as like pressing it in and blotting it. Ooh. And then just blend the bottom lash line. I don't like my bottom lash line to look like a line. I like it to look diffused like that. I'm liking this look, okay? All right, it's time to wipe off the bake. Probably gonna be pretty bright under my eyes because I let it bake for a while, and because my skin under my eyes is like a little dry, it just holds onto that powder like no other, but this is looking pretty good. All right, these lashes I'm about to put on are called Aries from Lunar Beauty. They're wispy, which is right up my alley. I love a wispy lash, so as soon as I saw these, I was like, ooh, ooh. Always look down into your mirror when you apply lashes and use tweezers. I promise it makes it so much easier. So I kind of we'll apply it and let it sit, and then after like a minute or two go in and really stick it on, because sometimes the glue isn't, you know, completely dry, and that's okay. Look at those. And I'm gonna curl them too. So, but even without them curled, they look cute. All right, while the lashes dry, I'm gonna bronze the face. This is Phenom from Morphe. It's a matte bronzer. I just live for a matte bronzer. Cheeks, jawline, makes your jawline just stand out a little bit more. So this is like a bronze slash contour. And now I'm gonna highlight with Vieve Muse Riches. This is by Jamie Genevieve. I love this highlighter. I feel like when she made this, she really made it for like my skin tone. For deeper skin tones, like look at that. Ooh, this is so good. We love it. Put a little bit on the nose here, above the lip, just all over, you know. Lather it on. So I'm gonna put blush on and then set the makeup with more of like a glowy setting spray, and then I might mist on a matte one just so you guys can see it, but this is Coral from Bobbi Brown. I'm like, is this gonna be too light? Let's see. I had to put my Plum blush that I always use away because it's like discontinued, and I just don't want to do that to you guys. This is cute. Just has a little shimmer in it. That's what it is. I like my blush to be matte because that's what like makes the color kind of stand out. When it's shimmery, it reflects. And also if you have texture on your skin, the shimmer just brings out the texture. So I just like the matte, but this will do. All right, let's set this bad boy. This is Rare Beauty setting spray. It has like a serum in it. So if you have dry skin, you might like this a lot. Lightly, I kind of tend to go overboard with this. Light. Yes, I'm like, keep it light, keep it light. So whenever I feel like if I have a dry spot on my face, I'll use a lot of this and it gets rid of it. As soon as it's pretty dry, I'm just gonna blot it. That setting spray is like at the end of the bottle, and I feel like more serum's coming out, you know, than setting spray, because I look very glowy. But you guys see how glowy it made me look. Okay, so now this is Morphe Mattifying Spray. This is just gonna make the face look a little bit more matte because I do have combination skin. Always spray it first, because sometimes it gets like jammed in there. That's the word. Okay. Just light. This is really matte, so be careful with it. A few people commented, they're like, that, it makes my face, I don't know, something. Someone said something. But you have to shake it first and just like a little bit. And while that dries, I'm gonna curl my lashes and my false lashes together so that they're standing up a little bit, which I know sometimes it's tricky getting a curler in there. Curl. And this is why I put mascara on after, because you see the false lash was like all the way in my crease. If you had mascara on there, ooh, that would not have been pretty. All right, now I'm gonna apply my Better Than Sex mascara with Too Faced. I designed it, there's lips all over it, super cute, perfect for Valentine's Day. And we're just gonna put a lot of mascara on. Just like coat your lashes and the falsies. So this mascara is available at Ulta and Too Faced. All right, so I'm gonna prime with KVD Lash Primer. I absolutely love this lash primer. If you guys wanna add length and volume to your lashes, this makes them, you know, both lengthening and volumizing. All right, we are almost done, you guys. I'm gonna line with Morphe Bar Lip Liner. There's also one called Vibes, just in case this is sold out. And I like to slightly line over the lip line. And I like that round shape. So I often round out my lips because it looks cute. All right, this is Warm and Fuzzy from Dose of Colors. This is a liquid lipstick. Just put on the bottom and blot. If you put on top and bottom, it's like way too much product. I mean, so you keep it like this, and then once you take your mask off, you go to the restaurant, take your mask off, add lip gloss, or however you want to do it, or just add lip gloss. This is Barely There from Juvia's Place. So this is kind of light. It's gonna lighten my lip a little bit, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on. See that? It's like, it's called Barely There, but it should be like all the way there, because you can see it. All right, guys, here is the finished look. I'm just into this. Like, this is my speed. You know, like a little pop of color, not too crazy wearable. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a fun Valentine's Day. I hope y'all turn up a little bit because I'm about to turn up. Thank you guys for subscribing. Don't forget to comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And last but not least, strut and slay.